the money go. You don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold.
What's up, bro?
Like a limbo. She said she not a, she in.
And good luck to you.
It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what?
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49ers 47.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, New England.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, it's Gurley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Watch the ship. Watch the 11. Watch the ship. Watch twist. 22 jet bomber.
Uses the stiff arm. And the catch made by Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check out. 675. 54. I got you, boy. 12. 54's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 Z. Mike spot 4. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
From the gun, here's Love. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Love. This complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's Locke. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Patriots.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run. It's Gurley. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Come on. What you got, Heavy?
To throw is Locke. Caught by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing is Locke. Jones has it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. picked off by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You ain't going nowhere.
The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Here's Luck. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Let's go, Mexico. 54.
2nd and 10, Luck again. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Right there. 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Check 4. Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Luck. And that is incomplete here. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch QB drop. 12.
A shotgun snap for Luck. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. Back. Ready?
In your face.
Check it back.
Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught by Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz, open man, Butler complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 16 yards, a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive line's had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Luck now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returning is Peppers. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kyle Van Noy dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Dalvin Tomlinson. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
At the 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Check out. 675. 54. Hey, keep it up.
Block on 3rd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wentz now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Patriots.
Good.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Gurley again here on first down. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
First down, New England.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Gurley, handoff left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. He was brought down there by Will Parks. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Joseph is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, We just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Patriots, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap.